What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with a fucking horrible Division 2 video for you guys. This is going to be a rant video. I'm not even going to I'm not even really going to censor it much. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. Today's state of the game was the worst state of the game ever. And I'm saying ever. Like, there is so much divide in this community, and they had the perfect opportunity to slam dunk that shit and give us what we wanted, and instead, they took it away and said, nah, we can't do that. Instead, we're going to feed you some dog shit. And that's what they did. They fed us some dog shit today. This is the worst state of the game of all state of the games. So before I get into this, I am Kamikazevondoom. Shout out to the DoD like always. Of course, if you agree with me, hit that like. If you have any comments or you want to open up a dialogue or tell me something, hit me up in the comment section below. And if you are new to this channel and this is the first video you watch, I'm terribly sorry. But this is going to be a rant video because I'm actually quite upset about how they are developing this game, because this is just mind-blowing. So yeah, with all that said and done, let's get into this. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background and then I'll circle back to today's state of the game. So about a month ago, well actually we could go even further back. So back in E3 last year, we had Terry. Everyone remembers Terry, the guy with the big mug that's from Red Storm, does all the, Dark Zone PvP aspects of the game. He gets up on stage at E3 and he lays out the year one pass, essentially. He shows us, we're going to get another raid. There's 3 episodes. One's going to hit this date, two's going to hit this date, and then it said episode 3 coming late 2019. And that's when the frustrations started to brew, because there was no actual date. I'm actually sure that it's fall 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And then they changed it to end of 2019, and then later on down the road they changed it to early 2020, and then now they have reverted to, well, you're going to get it before year one ends, so anytime before March 15th. And now they have, told us, okay, well, now you're going to get episode 3 in February, but we're not going to tell you when. Now, just for, spoilers, Yannick has already said that it's not going to be the last week of February. Hamish has already said that both weeks are going to be in February, and you're not going to, it's not going to drop at the end of February. They have both confirmed this. So logically, it's very easy to say that the release date's going to be on the 11th for year one pass holders, and then for everyone else, it will drop on the 18th. Logically, both of those dates are not at the end of February, and both communities, the year one pass holders and the rest of the community, they all get episode 3 before the end of February like they've promised. So that's where we're at right now. We're at this crossroads where we think we know the date. They've kind of spoiled the date and told us, well, it's not this, it's not that, so, it might be this. So why not just tell us? So there's this big confusion, well, not confusion, there's this big anticipation for this release date. Tell us, that way we can get ready, we can get on the game, have fun, we can plan for it. But instead, they're not. They will not tell us the date. Instead, today, we got roughly 45 minutes of Division history. It was like a history class. Oh, well, in case you guys didn't know, here's some echoes and some phone calls from Div 1. Oh, well, if you didn't know the lore of this game, well, here's the lore. They explained absolutely nothing new. There was zero new in this situation. What up, Sledgehammer? So with that being said, what they did is they instead, I guess, tried to cater to the, the new player community where maybe you didn't play Div 1, so for some reason you're playing Div 2 now. That's cool. But then later on, when they're explaining Div 2, Hamish says, oh, well, this is for people that haven't played Div 2. And it's like, okay, well, what audience are you catering to? Because you seem to be catering to everyone except for the people that are in the know, your hardcore player base, which actually is probably all of your player base right now. The new players are probably not really there. A lot of the veteran players are going back to Div 1, and like a majority of the content creators aren't even touching this game. So you're having all this disconnect. All right, so we're going to fast forward a little bit from that to a month ago. Now, a month ago, they were like, hey, episode 3 is coming. And to build that up, we're going to give you 4, state of the games. It's going to be, the 2 that are based off of year 2 stuff. We'll give you 1 that's all about episode 3 and what's coming with that. And then the next state of the game, which is today, is supposed to be, all right, you've learned everything that we're planning up for year 2. You've learned everything about episode 3. Here's the release date. So everybody got on, any sort of streaming, whether it be Twitch or YouTube, and they watched today's state of the game. It got up to, I think it was like 2,000 viewers at one point in time before the state of the game actually happened. Now, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes before the state of the game happened, Hamish got on the mic and said, if you are looking for a release date, we will not be giving you the release date. So that number went from like 2,000 or whatever it was, like way down to 800 before the state of the game even started. And then when they all found out that nothing new at all was going to be said in this state of the game, it dropped down to 400 before they even got to the agent highlights. And that's just horrible. That's showing that you're losing the community. Sit here and dangle it over our heads, but half of the community isn't even playing the game now, and the other half is frustrated because you're not giving us what we need to continue, our passion of the division. It's pretty clear we're in a limbo, which gets next to my next point of rant. Gear 2.0 is not the same as episode 3, you fucking retards. Like, are you serious? Are you really serious? You guys think that 2.0, Gear 2.0 is going to come out, next week? Really? You guys think that? Because you're wrong. Like, how many times do we have to explain it? The Gear 2.0 was to just get you back to the game. They're not releasing it anytime soon. They can't even give us the release date for episode 3, and you're worried about Gear 2.0. You know why it's called 2.0? Because it's for year 2. Like, no shit. So you have to wait until at least year 2, which is March 15th, last time I remember. So that's already a month away, and that's at the absolute earliest. So on top of that, they're probably not going to give it to us. I would say probably April, May time. I know others think even further, which they're probably right. But, come on. This is another huge divide in the community. You have these people that are thinking Gear 2.0 is going to come out, this month, and they're confused because on State of the Game, they talk so much about Gear 2.0, Skills 2.0, Recalibration 2.0, and they can't even tell us the date for Episode 3, which is in year 1. It's just astounding. This was the worst business move they could have ever made. Business marketing doesn't even touch Massive, apparently. They just do what they want. Like, seriously. All you had to do was give us a release date today. But instead, you gave us a history lesson when half of us know more about the game than you do. Like, seriously, you're talking to a community that has put in probably hundreds of days worth of gameplay in the first game and have hundreds of days of gameplay in the second game. Like and then you're trying to give us a history lesson. Like, dude, you know what we're there for, and you're going to instead give us this shit? Like, fucking serious? And not only that, but they couldn't even clarify Gear 2.0 to Episode 3, knowing that half of this damn community doesn't know the difference. And that, like, come on. You know the community is divided, and instead of doing anything at all, you then try to give everyone a history lesson. Like, come on. Come on. So bad. Alright, so where are we at? So we talked about how there's no release date really, but if you use logistics and Hamish and Yannick aren't lying to us, then you probably already know it's probably going to be the 11th and the 18th. But as far as Gear 2.0, they haven't even tried to give us a release date on that, so don't even ask. As far as TU7, the only big changes that I know about is the nerf to shotguns in PvP. We're going to get a honey badger, a new exotic, the chameleon, and we're going to get a new specialization. The rest of it is going to be narrative-based missions and a couple classified assignments. So, like, nothing really is going to change in this game until probably April. So just buckle up. This was the worst state of the game ever, but like I already told you, you can pretty much guess what dates Episode 3 is going to drop. I just don't know why their marketing team just cannot sell their product. It's like they're trying not to sell you the Division 2. It's like, don't play my game. Oh, you're excited for this? Well, I'm not going to tell you about it. Oh, you're excited about this? Well, I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you about this. You know, like when hardcore mode came out, it was like we were all aching for something new, something fresh, and then they gave us hardcore mode. Like who asked for that? Nobody asked for that. Instead, you reskinned something that you have on a different game called Ghost Mode, and you just called it, you know, a thing. And you're like, oh, hey, look, everyone has something new to do. No, you're wasting our time. Just like they're wasting our time now. It's like they can't come up with anything set. There's no direction. There's no director. It's like they're just cruising at this like weird like squiggly line pace, and every time they hit a new curve, they try to like throw something at the wall and try to make it stick. But as the community, we're going in a straight line and we're telling you, hey, we want this, we do not want this. And they're not listening. They're doing squigglies around it, and they're like, oh, well, we could do this. Oh, well, we could do this. And they're not really listening to the community. And I think that is probably why I'm so upset today, because I was just looking for a simple, you know, clarification, you know, even if it's just clarifying Gear 2.0 in Episode 3, because they know for a fact, it's all over Twitter, all over Reddit, all over YouTube, that there is a clear disconnect from what they are saying and what the community wants or thinks is happening. It's I don't know. To me, it's, you know, 2 and 2 make 4, but to them, it's like 2 and 2 make fucking, you know, blue or something. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I'm sorry for having this rant video. I probably said some words that I really don't want to, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty upset. So with that being said and done, I'm going to end it. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like, subscribe your thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Did I really just say subscribe your thoughts? I meant subscribe to the channel and comment your thoughts, but whatever. Anyways, alright, ran over. Peace, guys.